How do you feel about that right there?
I like your get-up ensemble.
Do you? You like them dad socks?
I don't know how I feel about
Check
this.
out that dad sock with a little teeny shoe. Am I in view over here? Hey, camera guy, can you adjust
Can you
that
get
over
that
there?
for us?
Yeah. Hey, get over a little bit. Give me some room. Oh, just a man hang out in his lazy boy for a second. Anyways, y'all, welcome to
Another episode.
of Lake Life After Dark.
It's like you put on the hat and like an accent just
No, it slipped. It slipped.
Speaking of which, let's all acknowledge that my voice is very raspy right now.
Yeah, you look good though. You look good for
just ignore that.
OSG has gotten sick. I got her sick. Emmy's probably going to be sick soon. The Bassmaster Classic shook, I don't know, probably over 1,000 people's hands. And, I mean, with those kind of odds, you know, still kind of coming out of winter, you're bound to get sick. So I did. One of y'all got me sick. That's fine.
The ironic thing is, I gave you probiotics to take before you left.
I don't think probiotics would have helped.
Would have helped maybe a little bit.
The comments, the thing with I'm coming in on the comments now. I'm going to battle with YouTube to try to get our comments turned back on, because that's like half the fun of coming to the channel, right? So we get to interact with you in both ways, not just video, but also on the keys as well. And we love for you guys to leave comments. So I'm gonna have to get in there with my LFG channel power, and hit the gas on it. So anyway, we'll see what happens.
But if those comments are still disabled, I just made a Instagram page for us. So,
Wabam!
Woo!
Wabam!
We should have done that months ago.
Yeah,
but
we should have. Now, what is this going to feature that's different? Because
I've
always found it interesting.
I have a page.
You have a page, but it's the Healthy Chew.
Yeah.
Which everyone knows you as OSG, Ocean Spoon Girl.
I feel like I have like two identities. Because I'm like half OSG, half the Healthy Chew. And most of the stuff that I post on Healthy Chew is like recipes and family life. But I want like Lake Life Family to be like more of behind the scenes stuff.
I feel like that's more of what you post anyways.
Yeah, but I feel like a lot of my stuff is very edited. So I want it to be like the raw realness. My voice.
The raw realness
is really going down. I'm sorry.
All right, let me help you out. Okay.
So I want Lake Life to be just very raw, like behind the scenes.
Selfies, stuff
Maybe
like that.
Selfies.
Okay, I got you.
All right, so let's get into tonight's topics. So I put a poll out there on my Instagram. So another reason why we need an Instagram for this channel. What you guys wanted answered in tonight's episode.
For the Lake Life Family channel Instagram, because I'm interested here.
Okay.
Like this is gonna be a lot of stuff around the Treehouse, the shortcomings. The shortcomings, the things in between.
I can post the cracks in our house.
There you go. Somebody help us. God help us. We've got so many. Keep us on track.
I'm sorry, I keep getting you off track. It is going to be called the Lake Life Family. #@.
It's linked down below.
Yes.
Just make it easy on yourself and click that.
So
eating jelly beans.
Getting into tonight's topics, a few of you guys had asked, actually a lot of you guys had asked a lot of great questions between like our personal life, about parent life. So I want to start off with a question about before Emmie. Think back to those simple times.
Those were good times, man.
Those were. Okay, what is your favorite memory that we have as a couple?
Probably in the Nepali coast. Ooh. That area of Kauai. Mm-hmm. Maybe that river. Pretty much that whole experience was really quite awesome and very fun. And very free. You know, there's nothing more free. I know what it is. It's when we went up into that creek, went to the waterfall, and then we were like standing in the waterfall. You could never do that now with a baby. You couldn't leave baby on the bank over there like, hey, come over here, honey, let's stand in the waterfall together. Hey, man, can you take my photo? Cool. Yeah, I like that a lot. That was good. That was a good time.
Really fun. Mm-hmm.
But I'm going to let you go.
Okay. Well, I was going to say one thing, and then now, after you said that, I'm switching mine. So I think mine was like the very first vacation that we ever took, which we went to Destin. And
one of my favorite dates ever.
I was still in college.
Jimmy Buffett's.
Yes.
Margaritaville.
We took like a ferry.
On the beach.
We took a ferry, and it was date night. We went with his parents, so it was like the four of us. And then we had just a date night. So was Kauai. And we took a little ferry like across the little harbor.
We had bikes, and then we rode down to the beach, and then we took a beach taxi, which was someone that would pick you up in a boat. It was like a boat Uber, which was really cool. And then they take you to the bar, and then you just have fun at the bar. It's Margaritaville. Everybody's having a good time. Mm-hmm. Jimmy Buffett's playing, There's like, I think there were some cockatiels or something in there. Hawaiian shirts. There's a lot of good things happening.
I will say my other favorite memory is when we ran a half marathon together. That was before we were married.
What?
I know, completely random. You would not think that that's like my favorite memory. But I think like before we got married, we had this accomplishment. We trained for a couple months doing it. And then like as a team, I think at one point you literally pushed me up a hill.
Yes.
Quite literally.
That is good. I guess that's good. Yeah.
It was a good team bond.
Building. Mm-hmm. Can I elaborate more?
Sure.
How it went down? So unlike these days where we don't run or work out really anymore.
Hey, I'm getting back out there. Stroller
You have been getting out there. And I'm starting to as well. It's like we're starting to slowly get our feet back underneath us. But back before we had kids, there would just be time. I remember there just being time where we could just, hey, you want to eat breakfast at like 9:30 and then go for
a 3-hour run?
3-hour run? I don't think we went for 3-hour runs on the reg.
Okay, maybe an hour.
Yeah, but yeah, you want to go for a run for an hour and then like really take our time and maybe we'll grab lunch after that. Let's go take a stroll in the park after that. Maybe we'll just read a book or something. I'll crack open a good novel. So I wasn't gonna be that guy that was just gonna take off and. I had worked really hard, and I wanted to see like where I was at and how I could push myself to the limits, and really like see what my time would be. Get my time down on a half marathon, like 10, running those 10-minute miles, like stuff that I had worked on and trained for. And then I saw you in the rearview mirror. And I would literally, I would like turn around and I would jog backwards and be like, go ahead, buddy. Yeah, honey, you got this. Come on now. And I would stop and I would do push-ups.
Yeah.
Just to like keep my
blood
pumping. But I didn't know, like, I didn't want to just stop and be like, all right, like, hey, I just kept it positive. I was like, oh, yeah, all right, I'm going to be over here doing this. I'll wait on you. Let's go. And then it was probably the last couple miles that in Austin, Texas, started going uphill.
Hills.
If you guys have never been to Austin, Texas, it is quite hilly. And they decided, those mean people that designed this race, they designed the last little bit to be uphill. So I had plenty of energy because I had kind of been slowing down just to keep pace and just be supportive. And
it was to the point where he could probably walk beside me. I was going so slow.
Well, you were doing you were moving your legs, but I wouldn't call it a run, really. It was, I don't know what it was. But it got to that, and I was like, honey, you're not even running. Like, come on. Like, you gotta actually move up this hill. You gotta get some momentum or you're just gonna shut down. And you were like cramping up, like giving out.
Oh, yeah. I cramp up real bad.
Yeah, it was happening, and so I had to give you some inspirational words that I knew would work. I think I said a few things, but the one that you remember is I think I said something to the effect of like a rangerette wouldn't quit at this moment or something. You're not a true rangerette. I knew that history, and I threw it out there at the perfect time.
It hurt deep.
But it gave you the strength. It gave you the energy. You got up there, and then you crossed the line. And I remember the selfies that were taken. I was like, hey! And then it was you like about to collapse.
I was cramping up so bad, I literally could not walk.
Yeah, I almost had to carry you.
And then they give you your medal as soon as you walk past the finish line.
You didn't even care.
No, they didn't give me one. I had to go back and ask for one.
Oh, really? They probably thought you needed medical attention, and we're just going to hold off.
I don't know.
And then we went and got foot massages, and it was incredible. That was a great story.
That was a great question. So that was from Nick Lang. Going back to newborn stage, when Emmie was itty bitty, what's the best advice you have for surviving those weeks? Like when Emmie was like 2 weeks old.
2 weeks old. Oh, wow.
That's like a blur.
She I think at that point she still had the black tar poops.
No, that was only like a day or two. That was like...
Was it? It seemed forever like...
It was when she was still in the hospital.
Oh. Well, I remember that deeply. The first 2 weeks, that is incredibly hard on your sleep. That's the hardest thing. Is just trying to stay awake and stay sane, you know. Yeah. I guess the best thing to keep in mind is it definitely gets better. And it actually gets better, though. It's not like you just get used to that real sucky part of not sleeping. Like, I mean, y'all sleep like 12 hours.
Emmie does.
Emmie does. Sometimes you do, too.
No. I would love to. I would love to. I have a problem with sleep. Really do. And that goes back to like when I was Emmie's age. I would say my advice would be have meals prepped. Having meals prepped before baby gets here is like one of the most important things, because when you have baby, regardless of if you have a C-section or natural, you're not going to want to cook. And I don't think anybody else is going to want to cook either. So if you have things in the refrigerator ready to go, it's like my number one advice.
No, I remember those quiches. They were incredible.
I prepped at one time like 3 quiches.
Incredible.
Just put them all in there.
That's the ultimate food. It really is. It's an egg pie, a lot of protein.
It's an egg pie.
It'll fill your soul with goodness.
That's delicious.
Next question. Let's get a juicy one in there.
Do you want another kid?
Do I want another kid?
Yeah.
Yeah, I do, but not right now.
What if I told you I was pregnant right now?
I'd say, well, let's add it to the list.
Are you sure about that?
I think there just becomes a point after you have kids. It's just like, all right, well, there's another one. Let's just keep it rolling. Keep the ball rolling.
I don't know about that. I personally am not ready for another one.
Yeah, I want a dog too. We don't have a dog.
I would love for like a son and a dog, maybe some chickens.
Yo, here's a deep one. How did you guys meet, and how was life after brain tumor?
We kind of talked about how we met.
Yeah, we did. We did on the last one. So if you missed that part, go watch that.
We can do how you propose. Somebody asked about that.
First of all, had a GoPro on it. Got it on camera. It's somewhere. I'm sure we can throw it into this.
I can try to find it, yep.
Yeah, so it's terrible. It's one of my worst shots, but you got to understand the magnitude of what was going on. It was very hard. I've never been that nervous ever in my life. I was like shaking.
He was.
I had so many things in my pants. It was tough. It was tough strategizing and thinking. The whole day, like I woke up and I was just nervous. It was like, how can I effectively execute this mission without screwing up and get it on camera and it just be, a delectable experience for you.
Delectable, I like that word.
Yeah. So we went to this place called Enchanted Rock, which in Texas is a landmark. It's out in central Texas. And it's basically just a big hill out there.
It's a big rock.
It's a big rock. You go up there, you look around, see the sights. It's kind of neat. Mm-hmm. So we went out there. I had planned this mission in advance. I had gotten a ring I had spent all my money, so I had nothing except a GoPro. Had a very expensive ring in my pocket, for me anyways. And then, I had my DSLR. I had my DSLR camera. So we went up there, and then what my plan was, I was going to say to her, like, let's take a photo together. And let's remember Enchanted Rock. But what I had done on the camera the night before, is I had taken sheets of paper and I had printed out the letters to "Will you marry me?" So WILL, so on. And the camera had a function where you could play that in sequence, like a slideshow. So what I was going to do is set that up and then have her see that somehow. And I was trying to execute this in my brain while we were going to lunch. And I probably seemed like kind of like distant because I was just like thinking so much. But anyways, got up there, got the tripod set up. It's like, it's great time to take a photo. Let's do this photo. No one was around. It was like we had the rock to ourselves. It was great. And then I had another bag off to the side. I was like, all right, I have somehow got to get this GoPro rolling. Get this over here. And Steph, she's just...
Oh, I need to find that video. I'm like over there just doing yoga.
Her self-awareness is, let's just say, like not as good as mine. So she's over there and she's just like doing this, like doing like stretches.
Like
and
wondering what's taking so long.
Oh my gosh, this is the... What? I cannot believe she's giving me... It's like she knows that I'm going to do something over here, and she's purposely looking away, allowing me time to do this little operation.
No idea. Literally no idea.
So I like set my bag against a rock, and then I whip out the GoPro, and I already had it ready to go, and I hit it, and then it's just facing in a general direction, and I think it's okay, so I'll just leave that, and then I'm setting up the tripod, and I'm like getting into the mode, and I'm like, all right, playback mode, and I hit it, and then... Oh, and she's still looking away. I'm like, okay, all right.
She's still doing yoga.
Yeah. So I'm like, all right, come on over here. Let's get set up for the photo. And we're getting set up. We're all there, like all of us. Like,
all of us.
Me, myself, you, and yourself. So we're all there, and then I'm like, okay, all right, ready. Something's wrong with the camera. Something's wrong.
Will you go check it?
Yeah. Now I'm really good at the camera, and I know how to operate. But will you go check that, please? And she has no questions. She's just like, okay. So she goes over there and she's looking, and I'm like, oh my! And the ring is in my pocket, and my hand is in my pocket, and the whole time I'm trying to keep my hand in my pocket so she's not like, what's that big box in your pocket, you know? And she's still looking at it. Like 15 seconds later, I'm like, is this girl blonde? What's going on?
The slideshow was really slow.
It was pretty slow.
And I came in at like the R.
You came in mid-word.
I came in mid-word of the like Mary, so it was like RRYME, and I was like, what?
Yeah.
And then do you remember my response?
You were like, really?
Are you serious?
Are you serious? I was like, that's right, I'm serious.
No.
Got the rock out, put that on, and then I looked over my GoPro, I was like leaning on the side. Didn't capture the good frame, like fell over somehow.
It's completely sideways.
And then people started coming up the rock, so it was like perfect timing.
I just remember him being like, his hands were so shaky. Like, I had no idea.
I was nervous.
I had no idea what was happening.
I was real nervous.
But we had to climb up to the rock, and I just remember being kind of winded from, climbing, and I just see his hands shaking. I was like, wow, that really took a toll out of him climbing up that rock.
Oh, I don't know if he's married material. Those genetics are weak. No, but that's how that went down. And the second part of the question, the brain tumor.
Oh yeah, how was life after brain tumor?
Yeah, life before brain tumor was really good. It was fun. It was a lot of fun. There was a lot less worries. After that year, I mean, it's just changed. A lot has changed. Like our entire life has changed.
I feel like a lot of innocence is kind of taken away.
Maybe so. Yeah. Anyway, brain tumor, life after brain tumor. Yeah, it's changed.
like I said, like I think a lot of like naivete and innocence just kind of was taken away from us.
Let's see.
Oh, we got a package.
Yeah, we do.
From the Borges family.
I got a knife ready. You ready? Okay. We have a note.
Oh, note. Do not cut, Justin. I like
Okay.
how this is a thing.
Yeah. Are you saying I can just cut everything?
Yes, you do. Everybody sees the way that you handle the knives.
Well, first of all, baby clothes are happening.
Hey, his wife is also a registered dietitian.
Make every avocado count.
Oh my god.
That is too cute.
Oh.
Kindness is pretty gangster. And then look at that little avocado bow. The avocado bow, honey.
Avocado.
Looks like, I don't know, it's some sort of wood.
We wanted to send you a little something to help your spirits because they saw that Willis was growing again.
Wow. Wow.
Oh my gosh. How heavy is that thing?
It's heavy. It feels as heavy as my
Oh
tiger
my
wool.
gosh. That's
super dense.
Super cool though.
Super dense.
That's
This
like...
is perfect for the treehouse.
Yes.
Thank you, Jesus. Could
I
always
said
use
one
a
of
little
our
bit more
favorite
Jesus in the
things
treehouse.
about the LFG channel is that y'all, how often y'all talk about prayer and putting your faith and trust in God. The cross is TIG welded, TIG welded.
That's a form of welding.
Okay.
You know what I
With
mean?
stainless steel filler rod on a mild steel plate. The base is a section of live edge sinker cypress slab that I hand planed and sanded smooth on one side.
Wow.
Then finished with food safe butcher block oil. Okay, but he also says he makes live edge coffee tables and such. So if LFG ever wants to get his hands on some wicked awesome live cypress, let me know.
Yes,
Yes, please.
do.
We've been talking about
Yes.
getting a live edge coffee table for the loft.
Mississippi folks, y'all are awesome.
Yeah.
I want to come catch your crappies, and I plan on doing it.
Well, his Instagram is South Coast Dad, so I'm sure he has a ton of woodworking.
South Coast Dad, that wasn't taken, or he's an OG.
He's an OG.
Maybe it's Brio.
I
hear Emmie. Uh-oh. Well, this is a great way to conclude our podcast / Lake Life After Dark video, because we don't actually have a podcast. So you would have to just watch the episode for it to be a podcast in your ear, or listen to it. Mm-hmm. Listen to the video. Mm-hmm. So this is amazing. I want
to put this upstairs.
That's our call to go.
Yep.
So thank you guys for tuning in today. Thank you. All of you that have sent in amazing stuff like this. There's so many of you that are so talented, and we really appreciate it. We have so many things in our home, literally from y'all. But thank you for tuning in. You know what to do. Subscribe. Leave your comments if they're available to leave comments. Please do. Fingers crossed. Hopefully we get that taken care of, and we will see you right back here at the treehouse in the daylight on the next vlog. Emmie, we're coming. See you guys on